DAE ever get the feeling that they're already dead? It's just your ghost stuck in limbo. Going through the motions? You're not a ghost. Reddit is no ghosts allowed. Yes, every day. Watch the movie A Ghost Story. I've always wondered this. Defiantly trippy to think about. One night I had a really overwhelming feeling that I was already dead. It was so scary and I never did figure out why it happened. It only happened the one time. Sometimes I wish. Then I wake up each day. I often wonder if what we experience as life is in actuality the memories of the life we lead passing before our eyes at the time of death. I have another life in my dreams. It's just a regular life. Nothing special. I'll wake up, here, while I had just been shopping at the grocery store, there. Or I'll be with friends, laughing at a joke. Then I am suddenly waking up in my bed here, still chuckling. The realities don't cross over. I only know about that life when I'm there, sleeping here. Since I'm awake now, am I sleeping there? Maybe I feel like you op. When I'm there, maybe this is why I'm so tired. Currently confused on the whole Russia/Ukraine war situation. Who is actually winning? Depends on your criteria for winning. In a way, Russia has already won because they have decimated Ukraine's critical infrastructure and the rebuilding will bankrupt Ukraine for generations. On the other hand, Ukraine is winning because Russia cannot effectively hold territory and is suffering significant losses in the field. But let's say they drew a line under it today and all the Russians went home. Ukraine won because Russia retreated. But they retreated back to a Russia that isn't a smoking ruin and left a Ukraine that is, so Ukraine won and lost at the same time. Long story short, nobody wins in a war like this. Russia is on the offensive and refused to back down. However, Ukraine is holding them back. Now Ukraine wants back the parts that Russia took over back in 2014. So Ukraine still has parts of Ukraine to liberate, and so will keep fighting while Russia wants all of Ukraine and will keep fighting. Ukraine is winning insofar as nobody expected Ukraine to last this long. And Ukraine has pushed back against Russia's initial invasion. Ukraine is slowly making ground. But until all of Ukraine is freed, they will keep fighting. No one is winning. In the situations like this, when regular people are suffering and dying because of some bald guy's imperialist initiatives, no one is winning. Ukraine is doing its best not to lose. Whereas Russia is failing in everything that can make them win. Unfortunately, you can't win Russia without starting a World War III unless they will just suddenly decide to stop it, very unlikely. Or some kind of political upheaval will happen there, even more unlikely. And even if they will do, it will take decades and trillions of dollars for devastated Ukraine to rebuild all the ruined infrastructure and return to its pre-war state of life. DAE find that the minimum brightness level for almost all consumer electronics that emit light, phones, tablets, reading lights, is still too bright for nighttime use and wish devices could go way darker? Yes. But OLEDs, with true black colors, have helped a lot. This and minimum sound levels too. Everything is too loud for me. If you have an iPhone, you can set up reduce white point and accessibility in the settings, and that greatly reduces the brightness. But I agree. Literally everything is too bright. Has an unnecessary LED or beeps too loud/not necessary as well. My coffee maker beeps 4 loud beeps. Like, dude, I'm right here. Yes, my friend. There are 2 options. 1. You use another app to set the color temperature and brightness. 2. You go into a brighter surrounding. Yes, but turning on the blue light filter, or comfort view, helps a lot. Like whenever I'm using a new device, the first thing that I do is turn on a permanent blue light filter. Otherwise my eyes get so messed up that I start to experience narcolepsy-like symptoms, extreme tiredness. Cannot physically keep my eyes open. Yes, and also the volume on my phone is way too loud. I have installed screen dimmer apps on every device, and I often use a separate physical volume control for my phone if I'm using it to listen to music in bed. Do you ever wish something bad would happen to yourself so that people would understand how much they don't appreciate you? I'm aware that they won't appreciate it even after that, and it doesn't bother me. I'll find my people when I'm supposed to. It is lonely when you are a practical person who sees through people's BS, but it's also peaceful. I am actually trying to see this as an opportunity, since no one really cares about me, and I am putting all the time and efforts into myself and improving myself. I don't wish ill will upon people so they understand how much they don't appreciate me and quat. But I do at times wish a shared, similar experience on them so they can understand how I feel and why I feel the way I do. Only because people tend to not feel empathy until some shit happens directly to them. Yes, but not BC of the reasoning you gave. For me it's partially BC. I think I would deserve something bad happening to me, and partially for my mental health issues to be taken seriously. But mostly BC due to me being diagnosed with anorexia, which can warp your brain a lot, and the fact that a part of my brain thinks I was caught too early and that I wasn't sick enough to be diagnosed in the first place and quat. This is obviously bullshit, but a part of me truly thinks this is true. All things to say, the part of you that wish something bad would happen to you for any reason is a sick part of you, either trying to reach out for help or actively make you sicker. Don't listen to it. Tell a psychiatrist or therapist if you have one. I think this feeling is kind of a sign you need to give yourself some space and time to yourself. I don't know your situation. But in general I think it's unhealthy to do work expecting/needing people to show appreciation. Your effort is absolutely valuable. But the validation shouldn't come from others to a huge extent. What's your favorite thing about camping? Does camping in our trailer at a seasonal spot count? I love having a campfire at night. Cooking and eating outside. Grabbing a beer. Visiting with friends and neighbors and watching the wildlife. Kayaking in the lake. I guess sitting out in the woods in front of a campfire is okay. It was kind of fun in the early 2000s when I was a kid/teen, but NGL, if I did the crap now as an adult, I'd probably just mess around on my phone the whole time. Matter of fact, the idea that I wouldn't be able to charge my phone makes me not want to go altogether. I've been homeless guy. I don't need to simulate being one with the outdoors. Lol, at least when I was homeless I had an outlet to charge my phone in and some nice Christians to hand us cooked meals. Yeah, I know some guys that went camping like y'all for a while. First of all, I kayak camp. So floating beautiful rivers. Sleeping in a hammock, and how comfortable that is no matter the time, weather, ground, or bug population, bug net. Then well thought out bacon heavy meals. Seeing how little I have to bring and getting better/lighter every time. The mobility of a kayak is a fucking blast. I always catch myself alone on a river early or late in the day thinking this is what it looked like 300 years ago. So much goodness. I love the mornings. The coolness in the air. Things are quiet except for the chirping of the birds. It's the perfect time to breathe in the fresh air. Enjoy a cup of your favorite hot caffeinated beverage. Sit in your camping chair and just enjoy being alive with the possibilities of the day lying before you. My favorite days are the days when I get up in the morning and have nothing I have to do right away or have anywhere that I have to be right away. I can take my time to get up and enjoy myself before doing whatever. And camping is one of the best ways to have those kinds of days.